What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, shout out to Messy Michon. How do you have 8 kids and your life has gone all sorts of hell's way, and you trying to figure out for life how did your life get to the point where it is? Yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Before I actually review her video, does she actually have the original? No, she does. No, she does not. Okay, so I'm gonna have to review her video. Look at this shit.
Into homelessness. Now, before I even get started, I'm not trying to hear nobody's nothing, okay? This is the shit that came on a major news program. Sunday morning comes on every Sunday morning, and they talk about whatever the fuck they talk about, and these people decided to go on here. I ain't got shit to do with that. They decided to go on here. They want to tell their story. We gonna listen to it because we be learning. Y'all can look at it however you want to. All right. I know y'all be like, we're not gonna face off food stamps. Fine. Just say whatever you want. But y'all, stop going on these damn programs. That would help. Anyway.
We turn now to senior contributor Ted Koppel, who looks at a disturbing reality facing more working Americans than ever: homelessness.
This intersection here, Memorial Drive and Candler Road, it's like you're crossing a threshold from this beautiful neighborhood, liberal arts college on that side, cafes, right. And then you cross over and it's dialysis centers, it's liquor stores, it's the hood.
I want to rewind this back right quick.
It's like you're crossing a threshold from this beautiful neighborhood, liberal arts college on that side, cafes, right. And then you cross over and it's...
The first thing that was a red flag for me was a liberal arts college. That was the first thing that was a red flag for me. And here's why. If you cross the street, you have a beautiful, quote unquote, in his words, a beautiful liberal arts college. You cross over the street and you got dialysis centers, a liquor store or liquor stores, and then the hood. That should be your red fucking flag. Oh, there's a liberal arts college, and then it starts going downhill. Yeah, I'm gonna get my ass up out of here. That's the exact thinking your ass need to have. I'm hurting some people's feelings, and I don't give a shit.
Dialysis centers, it's liquor stores, it's
the hood.
It's payday lenders. Other areas of Atlanta are booming, but this area sort of...
Wait, this is it. Oh no, pause. Not the ATL again.
She was fucking his best friend, so you know I mean, everybody's fucking down here in Atlanta. I don't know what to tell you. They breeding like rabbits down here. Everybody getting ass.
Stayed stuck in this period of decline.
Brian Goldstone has devoted his book, which he calls There Is No Place for Us, to describing the challenges faced by literally millions of the working poor looking for a place to live. We're in Atlanta.
The poor are out here on these peripheral areas.
Goldstone has spent the better part of 6 years trying to understand why so many people who work full-time jobs with low wages are homeless.
The story we as a nation have told ourselves that hard work is the key to success, that work is an exit from poverty, not having a home, being homeless. What these people show us is that there's something profoundly not true about that story anymore.
In the course of his reporting, Goldstone met Celeste, whose name he changed to preserve her privacy. Celeste has been known to work 2 and 3 jobs.
How we preserving her privacy with a picture of her? Child.
Met Celeste, whose name he changed to preserve her privacy.
Child, I'm sorry, y'all. I see them Lay's chips laying there. Look at.
In the course of his reporting, Goldstone met Celeste.
I'm so childish, but I really do like Lay's, and I really do like sour cream and onion. That's why I'm just pointing it out. But I really do love kettle chips that are jalapeno, though. Those are my fave. But I take some Lay's sour cream and onion, child.
Whose name he changed to preserve her privacy. Celeste has been known to work 2 and 3 jobs at a time to support her 8 children. All but 1 are now adults. She's inspected boxes.
Hold on.
Whose name he changed to preserve her privacy. Celeste has been known to work 2 and 3 jobs at a time to support her 8 children. all but one.
Before Messi start going in, I'm going to ask a question for her. How the fuck you got 8 kids and no man in the household? I don't give a shit about what the fuck nigga got you pregnant. Your stupid ass know what happened when your dumb ass have relations without condoms. A lot of these chicks don't know what the fuck a condom is. A lot of these chicks say, "Oh, a condom? What's that?" And they get pregnant. This woman got 8 kids. She didn't stop at the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 8. I don't give a damn what you got to say. Ain't no fucking way.
When the employed are pushed into homelessness. All right, well, maybe there's more to the story we just don't know. Maybe her husband is deceased or something, okay? So let's just see and listen, okay? Because just from the rip, okay, it seems like I figured out what the problem is. But maybe I'm wrong, y'all. Maybe I'm wrong.
Are now adults. She's inspected boxes at a warehouse, worked at a fast food restaurant, even sold plates of food from her room.
Somebody
She's
ate that?
resourceful.
I was working in a corner store from the time I was 10 years old. It always gave me like a sense of pride to do a good job at whatever I'm doing.
If she doesn't have a car, she'll walk to work. Sometimes that boils down to cleaning and tidying up a convenience shop. Just surviving is a constant struggle.
Because at one point, my car was my roof. I slept in my car for a month.
With the kids?
Yeah.
That's got to be tough.
It was.
People put themselves into positions like this. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. People put themselves into these positions. Life choices. Circumstances do happen. But life choices? Yeah, this woman chose that shit. You don't just get 8 kids through circumstances. No, you get 8 kids by laying on your back and getting fucked.
What
Celeste doesn't have is a passing credit score.
I can have the most money, but if my credit score is in a 700, then you don't want me in your property.
What totally destroyed her credit score was when an ex-boyfriend set fire to the home that she and her...
An ex-boyfriend set fire to the home that she shared with her children. She chose her circumstances. I don't give a shit about none of that other stuff. Circumstances, yeah. She chose that shit.
So the ex-boyfriend. Listen. This she must be the poor, the real poors that we're talking about, okay? Because I have to be honest, the jobs that they just mentioned with 8 kids is going to keep you poor. I'm sorry, it's a fact. You're cleaning the table or whatever they said and working at Burger King, child, whatever the hell it is that they say. You are poor. These are the real poors right here, okay? 8 kids. That's just gonna keep you poor. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but is that not true or what? So we still, I mean, I guess in her case, maybe she's a little bit older, so we still not understanding it, but you allowing Ebony K to be out here talking about single motherhood is the best thing ever. The best is the best is the best, right? Or big up in Cardi B, who just had a baby by a man that's about to have 3 more babies anytime in the next 6 months and previously just had 2 more babies. But it's okay. It's okay. You can't talk about her. Fuck her. Okay? It's ridiculous. And this story is crazy.
Her children were renting.
Walking into that house was like walking into a black hole. We had nothing.
What pushed her and her children into homelessness was the fact that this home was owned by a private equity firm who demanded that she pay rent for the current month's rent and an additional month as well, and she wouldn't get her security deposit back. This was to break the lease on this home that had burned down.
The sheriff put an eviction.
Yeah, on the shit that she allowed this nigga to be in. I don't understand why this is why I hate these fucking white liberals that love to play fucking superhero to fucking help with their white conscience. I'm sorry. I'm sorry and I don't give a damn. This woman chose this shit. She chose this shit. You allowed a nigga that's unstable to fucking burn your fucking house down that you stayed in with your kids. Shit.
So before they move forward with that, because they want to go and say that it's the equity firm's fault, and then maybe it was, okay, but it sounds like it was Hooknug's fault, honestly, because he set the place on fire. So what happened with that, and where's he at? 2, nobody ever talks about renter's insurance. So I don't know if it'll cover a fire that was intentionally started by someone who may have been on the lease, may have not have been on the lease. I don't know. But they should be able to put you someplace, give you some money, be able to get you on your feet. That's how it's supposed to work, right? If you don't have it, it's not going to work. But when we hear some of these stories, I never seem to hear anybody speak about the renter's insurance. I'm just saying. Someone will say, they don't know. Well, guess what? It's time to be an adult and figure out what you're supposed to do to protect you and your own damn family. I know damn well it is allegedly, let me say allegedly, because every state is different, is in the landlord-tenant agreement. Honestly, technically, it should be in the fucking lease. And I just feel like maybe it's not a known thing. Okay, maybe it's not a known thing. So let me shut up from that perspective. But I just feel like we never hear anybody talk about their homeowner's insurance claim was denied. Like, we don't even hear that. We don't hear nothing about that. Shout out to EJ. He said they don't need a man, but need Trump and food stamps. I think I got that. But thank you so much. All of y'all, please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Yeah, exactly, Shatara. We never hear that. Like, we don't even hear again that they say, oh, you were denied. And then the news program is trying to help them with that. None of that. And no one seems to want to ask that. Well, what about your renter's insurance? Because they could at minimum put you in a hotel while they figure out the claim, right?
Notice in the mailbox of the uninhabitable house. By the time Celeste found the notice,
The judge had handed down a default judgment, and by that point, her credit score had been destroyed.
which is what brought Celeste, what brings so
The way that they bring these stories around to be somebody else's fault is amazing. These are some storytellers. Let me go back and hear this straight through.
That's got to be tough.
It was.
What Celeste doesn't have is a passing credit score.
I could have the most money, but if my credit score is in a 700, then you don't want me in your property.
They can go down to 620, and in some places even, which is crazy to me. 620 is crazy to me, but to go down to even the 500 is ridiculous, my opinion.
What totally destroyed her credit score was when an ex-boyfriend set fire to the home that she...
Okay, let's go over all the things that destroyed her credit report. An ex-boyfriend destroyed her credit.
and her children were renting.
Walking into that house was like walking into a black hole. We had nothing.
What pushed her and her children into homelessness was the fact that this home was owned by a private equity firm.
The private equity firm is the ones who destroyed her credit.
Who demanded that she pay rent for the current month's rent and an additional month as well, and she wouldn't get her security deposit back. This was to...
This is why I can't stand these motherfuckers, because that shit don't sound right. He's trying to put the blame on the private equity firm instead of putting the blame on her allowing this Negro into her home. Come on, people, say it with me now. She did it to herself.
Had she had a renter's insurance, they maybe would have went ahead and made those payments. But how is it that you agreed to this and then it was your boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever, that did this? So now I, as a landlord, is supposed to take the loss for this? So I'm supposed to take the loss for this? I ain't F him. He ain't mad at me. I'm confused. Maybe it's just me. So it's the private equity firm's fault. It's the boyfriend's fault. It's everybody else's fault but her. She don't bear no responsibility here.
break the lease on this home that had burned down.
The sheriff put...
I would want to break the lease too. I would want to break the lease too. Maybe it's just me. Well, you got to fix it the fuck up. So what did they think, that because it's on fire that she didn't have to abide by her lease? That's still a binding contract. Had you had some renter's insurance, hopefully they would have been making the payments, hopefully. And if not, like, you can't live here. Like, you can't live here. So what was anybody supposed to do? I mean, they could have came to her and said, let's just go ahead and break this lease. But at the end of the day, they, even though we take the chance as landlords, we have to pay for this shit. Nobody thinks about that part. Nobody ever thinks about that. It's just, poor thing. Oh my God, she's got kids. She's got some responsibility to this shit too. She bears plenty of responsibility for the situation. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say.
An eviction notice in the mailbox of the uninhabitable house. By the time Celeste found the notice,
The judge had handed down a default judgment, and by that point, her credit score had been destroyed.
which is what
So now it's the judge's fault for putting through the default judgment. So the person who actually owns the home, even if they're an equity firm, went ahead and did what they were legally allowed to do, because if they weren't allowed to do it, then the judge wouldn't have granted the damn get the fuck out, right? And then now suddenly you get it. And then you wonder why the credit report would be messed up. So in other words, we should take it all on because you're you. I'm so sick of this narrative, y'all. Because I've been in this predicament, luckily not a burnt house, but I've been in this predicament that motherfuckers just think just because they're them and they don't have it, that I should wait and give them grace. If you can't do it, that's fine, but it's not my job to house you and your family. Let's go ahead and break this lease. I'll be glad to sign it. You can sign it and you can get the fuck out by the end of the month, which is something that that person could have done. And we don't know if they did it or not, or the entity or whoever it was. That because it's easier to do it that way than to go to court and wait to get an eviction. Now I'm gonna do it. But if you don't want me to F your shit up, sign this shit right here. We'll end this daggone lease, and then you can just willfully get the fuck out. You go where you want, and then this will be we will break the contract. Nobody talks about that. No, it's just that, oh my God, you got kids. Everybody's an adult around here. Okay, I ain't talking about her kids. I'm talking about people who are adults. And stop blaming other people, not her. This reporter dude is just trying to say it's everybody else but.
brought Celeste, what brings so many desperate people, to what's called an extended stay hotel. Celeste lived here with two of her youngest children for about 3 months. Now, what were you paying here?
$5.20 a week.
About $75 a day?
Yeah. And that's only if you book online now. If you don't book online and you have to pay them cash at the window, then you're paying the $80 a day.
Over the years, Celeste has lived in about half a dozen extended stays like this. Extended stay. That sounds so elegant, doesn't it?
It does.
Come to our extended stay.
Yes. And that's how they advertise it too. It actually says, come for a night, stay for a while.
Tell me what's wrong with the slogan.
It's a trap. A lot of the places are substandard. One of the places where I stayed, there was, you know how you put the mats down in the bathtub to cover supposedly slipping or falling or anything? Well, I pulled my mat up and there was a big hole in the tub. A lot of places have mold and mildew. They cause health problems. If you don't have them already, you will develop them.
Celeste was still living in an extended stay when things went from bad to a whole lot worse. Celeste, at one point in there, you found out you had cancer. What kind of cancer?
Breast and ovarian.
Why didn't you go to the doctor?
Life was lifing. People who are the primary breadwinners in a low-income family, you can't take the time off to go to the doctor because me missing a 10-hour shift at work, that's the difference of me paying for my room that day. Of course, I want to keep a roof over my head. So sick and all, I'm still going to go to work.
So before they move on, I'm sorry for, her having.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say this. She got what she deserved as far as the situation itself. But I'm going to be honest with you. She has the worst decision-making skills I've ever seen. The worst. Ain't no way in the hell I put my children in a situation to where a potential dumbass could come around and fuck my shit up. Nope. Not doing it. We're damn ridiculous. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, channel, support the podcast. Come on, catch you guys later. Bye, guys.